showing up, and I'ma keep showing up. Do you wanna? Hey, good people. So your girl is back, and I am going to do my very first mukbang. What I have to drink is Moscato Life in the peach flavor. I've had the Moscato strawberry. It was good. I haven't had the peach, so this will be my first time trying it with y'all. It's pretty good. And what I like about this is good. And the price at the grocery store was only like $5.69 or something like that, so they're not very expensive. You know, you just want you something to drink. You don't want to be all lavish or whatever. But okay, I prayed off camera. Thank you. My hair don't want to cooperate because she's a Revive synthetic, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I did wash my hands, and I know I touched my hair, but this is my food, so we're gonna get started. Like I was saying, or did I say, I watched a movie the other night. The name of the movie is White Boy Rick. It's pretty old. Well, it came out probably a few years ago, more than a few years ago. And it's about this white boy, Caucasian guy, and his son. They're not middle, I wouldn't say, I want to say that was middle class, but kind of sort of not, because they were having a hard time with their finances and everything. And so his dad worked at like the gun shows. He was like a licensed gun dealer, and he would go to the gun shows when they came to town and purchase guns and then sell them, you know, back up on the street, which is legal if you have a license. So he did have a license, but the part that wasn't legal was the guns that he was getting from the gun show were illegal from other like scammers. So like when the movie first come on, it show you like how they're shading or whatever, because the guy at the gun show tries to sell the boy AK-47 or something like that. And he said it was a Russian AK-47, but it wasn't. It was like a dupe, a fake. And the little boy called him on it. And you know, it kind of like was a setup, because his dad was across the room, and his dad had come over there. And he, you know, basically confirmed what the little boy said. And they played a man by saying, you know, go ahead, sell us the gun for this price, and we won't tell, you know, that you was passing these off as something they weren't. And so he did. And so like from there, you know, like the movie basically gets started. Oh, the father has 2 children. The boy, which is his son, and a girl, which is his daughter. The daughter is on drugs. And you'll kind of see how that plays out, because her mom left. And they were having like a hard time, you know, accepting him, that their mom left them, and they're going through right now, why she couldn't stick it out with the family or whatever. And so the daughter's like not trying to hear, like, dad ain't making money, he can't take care of them like he's supposed to. So I guess, you know, I guess that led her to drugs, but she ends up leaving as well. And her brother were pretty close. So that hurts him. That affects him. Um, so he basically does too start going down the wrong path. He started hanging out with like local drug dealers in the area and befriending them because his dad sell guns and he see his way in that way. He go and try to sell them some guns. They accept him, and he start hanging with them or whatever. But the thing is, the police get involved because they're watching the local drug dealers already that he starts to hang out with. Oh, my contact, excuse me. So now, of course, they're watching him too to see why he coming over here, why he hanging out with them. And of course the drug dealers were younger boys around his age who had dropped out of school just like him. So you could say, of course, they were up to no good. So he started hanging out with them or whatever, and the police end up coming to his dad's house, questioning his dad about somebody that got killed in the city. And it was with supposedly with one of his dad's guns that he sold to somebody, which didn't really make sense to me in a sense anymore, because they did say he's licensed and this and that. Oh, I know what it was. His dad could make silencers for the guns, and he would sell them the silencers too, which are illegal. So that's why they were questioning him, saying you got some shady customers, and then you being illegal by selling them these silencers and just all different things. So his dad wasn't going. His dad was like, I don't know. Once I sell my guns, I'm not keeping up with what they use them for, self-defense or whatever might be the case. And he hears that, and so he knows that they're pressuring his dad to basically snitch. And he was like, okay, we already don't have no money. I'm missing my sister. She out here doing bad. I gotta find a way to make some money. So, what does he do? When the FBI and the narcotics pull up to question him, he was smart in a sense, because he did have a plan. But as we know, things do not go always as you plan. The police tell him, go down there, I want you to go score some drugs so you can look at their faces and you can ID people for us and we'll pay you half. Sound good to me? I'm doing bad. My sister in the streets, I need money to send her to rehab or, just get her home so we can take care of her. Sounds good. So he does it. Why did he do that? So, once he get in really good with the gang or whatever, he already knew that they were watching them, but they were lying to him, saying, oh, we're not going after your friends, and we want the big fish. We want the big fish. We want who's supplying your friends with drugs. And We're not gonna bother them or whatever. So just keep your eyes and ears open, which was a lie. Y'all, the boy, they figure out that he's the confidential informant because some things happen where they get him out of jail, and you know the streets talk. They question him. They like, how you get out of jail and you was shooting in the middle of the street? Like something happened. Y'all gotta watch the movie. How you get out of jail and you was shooting in the middle of the street outside the diner? They basically say, if there was one of us, we'd still be in there. How you get out, Rick? So he basically say, you know, they let me out because it was self-defense and they stole my granddaddy car from outside the diner, in which they ain't buying it. So they start to look into it. And you know, they sources tell them, yeah, we saw him riding in the Cadillac. We looked like, you know, undercovers or whatever. So they seen one of his little friends from the crew to his house. Like he's just going to go chill with him. He goes over there and he shoots him. He didn't want to. You could tell he didn't want to. But he basically, you have to do what you're told in a situation like that, or you will get a bullet. He didn't die. He ended up getting shot in the stomach, I believe. And after that, they had all the information he was supplying them with. They had everything they needed to take down his friends and his little crew or whatever. So they did that, and they go to jail. Yeah, it's a good movie. Y'all gotta watch it. I really don't want to tell y'all the movie. But he's back in his predicament where he doesn't have any money coming in. His dad still hasn't gotten a real job. Oh, I forgot they did get his... Well, no, I don't want to tell y'all that part. It's called White Boy Rick. I ain't gonna tell y'all all of it. Y'all gotta go watch it. Hopefully I told you enough to make you interested. And what else was I gonna talk about? Like what happens to him kind of makes me think about the show that I'm currently watching. I know a lot of us probably be watching the new season of For Life. The show that's associated with 50 Cent. The Aaron Wallace story. Because the White Boy Rick story was based on a true story as well. It kind of puts you in, you know, it reminds you that of how the system basically gets over on him. Dirty cops, dirty FBI. Yeah, I'm getting full already. It's the potatoes for me. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me. It was my first mukbang, whatever, however you pronounce it, whatever it's called. This was good. It was the potatoes for me. So hopefully I'll be back with another little mukbang and story time or good movie review, whatever I want to call it. I don't know. So see y'all in the next one. Keep showing up, and I'ma keep showing up. Do you wanna buy?